Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the shop. We're obviously in the shop again today because it's not raining, but it rained all day. Yes, not all day yesterday, but it rained last night pretty good again. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, I believe, too. And regardless, we need to be in the shop anyways. We need to get this Bronco wrapped up. We're on the downhill slide, as I like to say. We got a couple days of wet sand and buffing, a little bit of assembly. And I think this thing's ready to get out of here. So we're going to get the truck put outside, and we'll start on, actually we're going to start on the tailgate because I want to see how that turns out. So hang tight. All right, so we got the Bronco outside. It's going to sit in the sun, even though we don't have any sun anymore, but they're talking rain again later. So if it rains, we'll put it in the garage. Anyways, back in the shop here, we had the tailgate up on the stand. This was day one of painting, and if you remember from that video, we had this drip right here. I'm going to try to get that little angle there. You can see it. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? We got this little drip that came off the ratchet strap because I had this thing hanging back there in the prep station. And we had a little buildup on the strap, which dripped onto the tailgate. And it's not a big deal, but it has this little white center in it. It's basically oxygen trapped inside the drip. So we're going to start with this because I'm going to try to sand that out and make sure that comes out. If it doesn't come out, then we're respraying the whole panel. That's just the way it's going to be. And it's raining again. Damn it. Typical Midwest weather. You don't like the weather? Just wait 5 minutes. It's going to change. That sun was out. I bet 10 minutes ago that sun was out. And now it's raining. Anyways, back to the shop. Here we go. So I'm not quite sure where I left off, so I'm just going to pick up where I think I did. So we're going to start with this drip. We're going to take 1000 grit on a, basically it's a firm block. 1000 grit. We're going to stay on top of the drip, and we're going to try to work it down to the surface of the clear and see if that white comes out. If it doesn't, then we're respraying it. So we're going to get started on that, and then if that goes well, then we're going to long block the flat surfaces with 1000 grit, and then once I'm happy with that, we'll go to 2000 grit. Once I'm happy with that, then we'll go to 5000 grit on the DA, and we'll sand all those 2000 grit scratches out with 5000 grit, and from there it'll be time to buff. So anyways, I'm going to get set up here and we get going. All right, so we got everything, not really everything set up. All I really need is a bucket of water. So this is the little block that I use. I can't even tell what the part number is anymore. I've had it for so long, but 05586. I don't know if that's right or not. But anyways, it's a firm block, but it's still got a little flex to it. And I like it for doing runs because you can kind of manipulate it a little bit and just try to use like the corner, which is what we're after here. We don't want to work the whole surface. We want to just start on that run, right on the corner of it. A little bit of water. That's a lot, I know. We're basically just going to work back and forth and just try to file that run or that drip. It's the same thing as a run. If this was a run, I'd be doing the same thing. But I don't get too many runs anymore. Every once in a while, it's part of painting. But yeah, right now it's not looking good. That white is just staying there. It's just not going away. right, so what I did here is I did the left side fairly well and the right side not so well. This is just a quick once over. It probably took me about 2 minutes to do this. So I'll show you what we're looking for here, and you can see, okay, so this is 1000 grit, and you can see it's just the white sheen to it there, but you can see the black kind of showing through still, okay? That's our orange peel, and that's what we're trying to eliminate and straighten it, obviously. But so that was just a quick once over, and then as I got down here, I put a little more time into this, so you can see how nice and flat and consistent the sheen is. Not so much on the edge. You have to watch your edges. You can still sand through this with 1000 grit pretty easy on the edge. But this right here, I'd call good enough. We go to 2000. There's a little bit orange peel in there yet, but the 2000 grit, remember we still got another, we're going to remove the 1000 grit scratches with 2000 grit. So we're going to take a little more material off. This down here, not so much. We need this a little more 1000 on here. So that's what we're after. This whole panel, figure about a half hour per panel, except for the hood. Obviously that's going to take longer, but figure about a half hour per panel to get it ready to go. So here we go. All right, so that was just a good quick once over with 1000 grit on the long block, obviously, like we overly explained probably. But anyways, you can still see some of the orange peel in here, and that's fine because I can always go back through and do it again. You want to leave as much clear on the surface as you can. We don't want to take, the clear is what's protecting our paint. We don't want to take that off. We just want to take off the bare minimal to get this orange peel out. So sand a little, dry it off, go back, see what you don't like. If you want to continue the long block, you can, but like down this lower area here, you know, this section is not perfectly straight. It's up and down and around and over, so the long block is not going to be real good. So with the quick ones over long block, I got it straighter, but I'll probably go through with the small block now and just kind of work the big areas that I don't really like. Up in here, we'll probably do a little more long blocking. Up in here, a little more long blocking. But we're close. We're about halfway there. Well, that's about where I want to be at with 1000 grit. So I went back, long block the top, a little more in a couple spots, did a little long block on this here, then I went to the short block, the small one, and kind of worked the corners and the edges, and just as you're working across the panel, you know, it's wet right here as you're working, but you can see the dry here, so you just know to go there, work that area, go up here, work this area, and just work your way around the panel. Now, it's up to you how arrogant you want to get with your finish. You could literally sit here and block this all out, all this orange peel out. It would be beautiful. But at the end of the day, in this project, this is what I'm going for. Going for a nice, clean paint job, fairly straight finishes, but again, a lot of it's going to be vinyl. So from here, we're going to, now, that's the hard part, is getting it down. Now we just need to remove those scratches, which we'll use 2000 grit. I'll use the long block up here. I'll probably use a short block in here because it'll a little more control. Hand sand down in here, hand sand around the corners, and then when we get that done, I'll show you the difference. All right, so just for comparison, which you probably doesn't really pick up too much on camera, but so I 2000 this, long block, short block on the edge, hand sand some around the corners. It's hard to go through a 2000 grit. You're not gonna, I'm not saying you can't do it, but anyways, this is 2000, this is still 1000, so it's a little finer. There's a little more, you know, it's getting a little blacker because we're starting to bring that sheen back up now to black. So you'll really see it when I get the 5000 done. So I'm going to go through 2000 the rest of this, and then we'll come back and do this with 5000, and I'll show you the difference from there. All right, so we just finished everything up with 2000 grit. A lot on the block, and then a little bit of hand sanding around the edges and stuff like that. Not on the edge, you're staying off of the edge, but anyways. So now I'm going to do this top panel with, this is the 3M Trizact. It's kind of like a foamy pad with 5,000 grit sandpaper on one side of it. I mean, it's basically like sanding with a piece of newspaper. But I'm going to do this top area here, and then I'll show you the difference that this makes from 2,000 to 5,000. And I mean, this stuff's pretty expensive for what it is. I think each sheet is about $10, but it goes a long way, I suppose you could say. So we're going to do this, and I'll show you why it's worth it. So that was just a quick once over with 5,000 on the top. So what I'm going to show you here is how big of a difference that makes. So basically I want you to look for the reflection of the lights in my ceiling off of here. And you're not going to see them in this panel. You're not going to see them in this panel, but you see them coming up over here. That's how much smoother this finish is here and ready to buff. So this is 5,000 grit. The sheen is really starting to come back, and I can see it just completely disappear. So yeah, at this point, I'm just going to go through and finish around the 5,000 over this, and they do actually make an 8,000 also. And I don't have any. I've never used it, but I think I'm going to order some and try it. But it'll take a week to get here, so I won't be on this project. But anyways, I'm going to get the rest of the parts ready to go, which is pretty much the rest of my day. Which it's raining again outside, so whatever. We're going to get everything ready to go, and then when we're done with that, we'll get to buffing. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, it's Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday. It's Wednesday. This Memorial Day thing's got me all screwed up. So today is Wednesday, and look at this outside, huh? No rain. Hardly any clouds. I haven't seen that in quite a while. But it's still muddy outside, so we can't do anything anyways. So we're back in the shop. And so yeah, as you know, we spent yesterday wet sanding. It was about 7 hours. Hood's done. Actually, no, little piece of dust right there. See that? We gotta get that out of there. Hood's done, tailgate's done, fenders are done, the doors are done, but they're on the other side. The plan was to start buffing those, but I think we're just going to continue wet sanding and just get all the wet sanding done. So we're going to start on the truck today. We're basically just doing the flat areas. This again is all vinyl, I believe. So we're going to make this up here look really good, this down here look good. And we'll probably just run over the roof real quick. Won't get real picky up there. And we're probably just going to work just this area of the cowl. Again, this is all covered, I believe, by the stripe kit. So yeah, we're going to get work on that. Obviously, I'm not really going to do any recording on that. It's kind of pointless to watch me wet sand. So we're going to get this all blocked out. And if all goes well, we'll get this done in about 2 hours. And then we'll get to buffing on those parts over there. We'll probably start with those. So anyways, we'll see you in a little bit. Well, a couple hours later, we got the truck ready to go. 1,000, 2,000, long block on the top section. Long block as much as we could down here, but for the most part, use the short block down in the tighter areas, hand sand the curves, and then 5,000 on the DA. And it's pretty good, I must say. I think it's going to look nice when it's done. So, I think we're done wet sanding. And wet sanding is probably one of my least favorite jobs, and the next most least favorite job I have is buffing. So I hate doing it. It's hard on my back, whatever. We're going to get it done. So like we're going to start on the hood and the tailgate. We are going to be, I don't know if we're going to do 2-stage or 3-stage on this. I'm on 2 for sure. I don't know if I'll do the 3rd stage or not. So I got us a brand new double-sided wool pad, 3M05 704. We'll start with the white compound, 36060. Run the extension on the buffer to accept that pad. When we get that set up, probably just put on time lapse, turn on the music, and Well, welcome back everybody again to day 3 of wet sanding and buffing the Bronco. It's Thursday. Yesterday we started on the hood and the tailgate. We ended up getting the hood done, the tailgate done, both fenders done. We got the sides of the truck done. I'll see how they look out in the sun. I don't know if I'm still happy with this up here as far as straightness. It looks really good in here, but we'll see how it is with the reflection. Today's task. So yesterday, that was about 6 hours of buffing yesterday. I finished about 8 o'clock last night. That sucked. So today we have the cowl to do and the doors. A couple hours. The hood buffed. This buffed actually pretty hard. I don't think I spent enough time on my 2000 grip before I went to 5000. There was a lot of scratches that I had to get pretty aggressive on the buffing. Spent a lot more time than I should have on it. The tailgate turned out beautiful, looks great. Again, it's just buffed. It's not polished yet. It's not even washed. It's just fresh out of there. The fenders, they kind of suck to do when they're not on the truck, I'll tell you that. But what I did is I laid this blanket out on the floor here and set them on that and then kneeled down on the floor, which is awesome. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. But they turned out good. So today, cowl, fenders, and we'll see how the day goes. Basically, it's Thursday night, so we're heading to the Thursday night cruise in tonight. So we're going to get out of here probably about 5 o'clock so we can hopefully get a good spot over there. And then, so we're going to buff, and then we're either going to start polishing or start working on the dash. Because I still got to get that dash done. And that's not a lot of work, but it's a lot of screwing around. So anyways, we're going to get back to buffing, get this part over with, because it's, like I said, it's my least favorite part to do. So here we go. Well, I think we're all done buffing. We're not polishing yet, but I think we're done buffing. I did polish the first stage on the doors just because they're on the horses. They're nice and easy to do. So that's basically pretty close to our finished product of what we're going for. That's good. I would say the hood and all that stuff's not, but I'll show you the truck. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty sunny out here, and this is just buffed. It's not polished. But I did end up re-long blocking the tops of the box sides or quarter panels, whatever you want to call it. It's a Bronco. I guess it's not a box side. I did end up re-long blocking with 1000 and 2000 and then re-DAing with 5000 just on the top section there. Because like I said before, I believe here down is all sticker. And I think this is clear. So I really wanted this to look good. And what my issue was looking straight on, you know, the finish is awesome. But what I was not happy with is if you caught it at an angle, the reflection was kind of still wrinkly, and it still is a little bit, but it's black. It's not gonna be 100% actually perfect. But I just felt I could do better, and I think it was well worth. Like if you get the reflection of the tractor off of there, you know, it's just pretty clear as you move, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a nice good reflection all the way down the side of that truck. The rest of it, you know, the edge of the hood is sticker, the cowl is sticker, bottom of the doors is sticker, bottom of the box is sticker. So basically the only thing that's really clear, I think, is that section there. So basically I wanted that to look really good. So I think it was worth the extra effort. It only took probably another half hour. I've wasted time on worse things, but anyways, I think that's it for, what is today, Thursday. I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I think we're heading over to Thursday night, car cruise in. We're gonna get over there early so we can hopefully get a good spot. And then I just don't know what I'm taking that. I think we're gonna probably just take the van. I haven't really had anything else running yet. The wife had her car out, but that's her car. But my red car, I haven't driven it yet this year, so I think we're just gonna grab the van and cruise over, hang off the night. So we'll catch you tomorrow, Friday. See how we do. All right, see you in a bit. Well, it's not Friday. Yeah, I know yesterday was Thursday according to the video, but it's actually the following Tuesday. Friday was a total loss. We ended up working on my trailer all day Friday. Had a call for some logs from one of my tree service guys, so I had to deal with that. So you'll see that in another video. And then Saturday, rained out. Sunday, didn't do nothing. Monday, worked all day. Most of the night, I think I was there till 9:30 Monday night, and now it's 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I think I'm done. So this is what we got. So this is as far as I'm taking it. Everything else is going to be up to Jamie to put back together and do all the detail stuff, trim, windows. Actually, something is missing though. Hang on a second. There we go.